Chris Ludwig, Vice President of the Epic Experience team at Harman Automotive. Welcome to the Build Your Perfect In-Cabin Experience Challenge. I have one question immediately.
Got it.
What is the Epic Experience team?
That's funny. I get this question all the time. So the Epic Experience team really is about building the future of in-car cabin experiences, automotive grade, and ultimately bringing the future to life.
Could you talk to us a little bit about the context of your perfect in-cabin experiences?
We'll do short road trips, long road trips with the family, individual commute between the office and here.
Phenomenal. I love it. You've painted a beautiful picture there, but now we're going to dive into the challenge. And it is a challenge because, as you can see here, we have on the left-hand side 6 elements that go to make up the perfect in-cabin experience: entertainment, awareness, safety, convenience, personalization, and connectivity. Now, there's a bit of a twist. Each of the features costs a different number of credits, and you only have 18 credits. We're going to kick off with entertainment. Now, I know you're a big music lover. You're actually a musician, I believe. Is that
I am, yes. I play drums and love music, live music. So superior sound quality for me is a category near and dear to my heart. One of our technologies that we have that ultimately takes a beautiful acoustic environment, such as Boston Symphony Hall, for example. We go there, we measure the environment, capture it, and then we can replicate that real time inside of a car.
Okay, we're going to move right on to awareness.
For me, really having clear and safe in-car communication. And we have a technology called ClearChat that really enables that, because what it does is it blocks out some of the excess noise. So if I'm talking to you on a call, you don't hear the road noise in the car. You don't hear, my kids screaming in the background.
Okay, we're going to move on to the next element, which is safety.
AR navigation is key. And having that with our Ready Vision product, whether that's our AR HUD or our QView technology, really having that heads-up display and that immersive video display that's telling me and showing me where to go and really being that co-pilot in my drive is critical.
We're going to move on to convenience.
Having spent a lot of my credits, I think I'm going to be a little bit more efficient with this one, but also I think something that's very meaningful for me. I'm going to go with apps on demand. Because, I love the fluid nature of the app development community. I have a plethora of streaming services that I like to get updates on, and really having new apps at my fingertips and being able to experience that.
100%. That makes total sense. And speaking of the personalized experience, we're now going to move on to personalization.
Awesome. Well, this one's a little bit easier for me. As I mentioned, I'm a huge audio person. So personalized sound experience. I think where I'm going to go. Unfortunately, it kind of leaves me with 1 credit left, but I think it's a meaningful selection for me, but also for my family too, right? Because they may have different selections. I may be on a road trip. I may want to be in an immersive audio content, but when I'm, in my individual commute, really striving towards what I really want, maybe my personalized audio experiences, really getting for a driver-centric experiences, and ultimately combining everything together to create kind of whatever I want, whenever I want it.
Phenomenal. And now we have connectivity with one option, which is over-the-air updates.
That one's really easy, right? So it's the only one I had left, but I do think it's essential. Having that fluid nature of your car being updated, in the background and really giving you that latest, greatest experience. I personally drive an EV. So for me, I utilize this daily.
Phenomenal. So that's not only the perfect in-cabin experience, it's a future-proof in-cabin experience.
Exactly.
Chris Ludwig, Vice President of the Epic Experience team at Harman Automotive. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
We invite you to visit all of the perfect in-cabin experiences, all of the challenges, and much, much more great content and information.